Yo, what is going on, everybody? It's the Megalodon Automat here, and we're here today for another episode of the Galacticraft add-on mods guide. Apologies. So, last episode we detailed through all the things you want to do on the Earth, but there's actually one more thing that I forgot to mention, and I'm going to cover it right now. So, what you want to do is to craft a digital miner before you go up to space. Now, in the moon, that's not really necessary, but once you get to I don't know, Eris or Pluto or Triton, that's going to be so valuable for saving your radiation. First, we want to do, now that's from the mechanism mod, so you probably won't be able to do it if you don't have it installed. But this was first you want to craft here an enrichment chamber, which is just 2 basic control circuits, 2 iron ingots, a steel casing, 4 pieces of redstone for the enrichment chamber. Then we can enrich diamonds. So why do we want to enrich diamonds? Excuse me, just turn all the jump off. We want to here grab some diamonds and put it in this enrichment chamber. I've got an infinite battery connected to it. So if we enrich these diamonds, they will become this, compressed diamonds. As you can see, it is enriching right now. Now this doesn't cost anything to run. It's just power. So right, there we go, compressed diamonds. Now what we want to do is turn them into reinforced alloys. So we're going to bring compressed diamonds. Now you don't need a lot, as well as the enriched alloys I taught you how to make last episode. You put the compressed diamonds in here. You can't put diamonds in as they come. It has to be compressed diamond, or if you have industrial craft installed, you can use diamond dust with a crusher. And you put enriched alloys in this slot. Now that's going to fuse the diamond with the alloys together to make a reinforced alloy, which is just shown here. Next you want to get yourself some obsidian dust, so that's not too hard. You just need obsidian, and you put in an enrichment chamber. Now each piece of obsidian is going to get you 4 pieces of obsidian dust, so it actually isn't as expensive as you think it might be. So there's 4 obsidian dust. And then you want to refine it. So we have our obsidian dust and our compressed diamonds. You put compressed diamonds in here once again. And if you put the obsidian dust here, it will turn the obsidian dust into refined obsidian dust, which is what you need for this crafting recipe. So turning each item into the other item requires about 10 fuel, and each compressed diamond gives you about 80, so you don't have to worry at all about being too costly. Finally, you want to take your refined obsidian dust and put it in this slot. And you also want to take your reinforced alloys and put these here. And this is going to make the ultimate alloy of mechanism above enriched and reinforced alloy, which is the atomic alloy. Now we can start crafting things. Let me just time set day, so we don't have to deal with some, actually no, we're peaceful on. But let's, actually no, it's easy. Alright, let's go peaceful. So we don't have to deal with those silly mobs. We need to make this the logistical sorter, which is just a piston, a basic control circuit, and 7 iron ingots. Now you're gonna want to make 2 of these. 2 teleportation cores, which is just 2 atomic alloys, 1 diamond, 2 gold ingots, and 4 lapis lazuli. You want to make these advanced control circuits, which is a basic control circuit in the middle and 2 enriched alloys on the side. Then with that you can make, you want to make 2 of these, by the way. With that you can make this, the osmium compressor, which is 4 enriched alloys, 2 buckets, a steel casing, 2 advanced control circuits. Now with the osmium compressor, if you take some osmium and some refined obsidian dust, you can make refined obsidian ingots, which you put osmium in as fuel. 1 osmium is completely enough to fill up the tank, and you put this, the refined obsidian dust, in. Now all of these machines require power. I'm using infinite batteries, but if you're playing it legit, obviously you're going to want some real things. So there's refined obsidian dust. With the, now we want to make a personal chest, which is 2 steel ingots, 2 chests, a basic control circuit, a glass, and 3 more steel ingots. That's a personal chest. With those materials, you can now make the robot, which is a seal ingot on the top. I showed you how to make that last episode. 2 energy tablets, 1 atomic alloy, 1 personal chest, and 2 refined obsidian ingots, and there's the robot. Finally, we can make the digital miner, which is a basic control circuit, 2 of the atomic alloys, 2 logistical transporters, the robot, a steel casing, and 2 teleportation cores. Now this thing is insanely handy. Let's just grab an infinite battery to show you what it does. So what it does is that you can choose what you want to mine, and it will mine it for you automatically. So let's do config. You can set the radius to 32, which is the highest one. So ideally you want to be doing that. You can create a filter. Now I like to use OR dictionary, but for some other things like potash, you have to use mod ID. But let's do OR dictionary for now. Let's say you want diamonds. So you're going to do OR diamond and create. See, now it's set on every different type of diamond ore, and you save it. Right, and you start it. So it's detected as 62 diamond ores in this in the radius of 32 blocks. So it's going to go up and mine every single one of them. So that is unbelievably useful, especially in the further planets where you can't afford to waste your radiation on the outside area. Anyway, I think we've talked enough. So off screen, the rocket is fully loaded up with fuel. Let's grab this fuel loader because we're going to need it to load more fuel. Alright, and we need to put on our spacesuit, otherwise we're going to die of pressure immediately when we get up. Oh, it looks like it's out of charge. Okay, well, at least we have a charged helmet. Well, actually, while this is charging, I can explain some other things to you. So, how radiation works is basically, it is a effect that slowly builds up on you, and if you let it override, you're gonna die of radiation. So, we want to, by all means, and it won't like naturally go away. You have to remove it through some manual ways. Now, currently at the moment, the only option we have is sleeping. And what you're gonna have to do, it's something very convenient, and I think I'll provide a better understanding once we get up there. But let's stop dilly-dallying. Let's put out a spacesuit. I have got some more oxygen tanks off screen, so we can fully do that. Yeah, and there we go. I think we are completely ready to head for the moon now. If there's anything, I'll just cheat and grab it off creative mode. Let's grab this NASA workbench, because we are going to need it to make more rockets. And before you go over there, you also want to, You also want to check that you're definitely carrying an extra fuel canister for you. Otherwise, you're just going to be stuck on the moon forever, and that's not very good, is it? So I think that's all we need. Without further ado, let's go and launch. So you press spacebar to launch. And I wouldn't recommend doing the turn left, turn right, turn up, turn down kind of thing. It's really wasting fuel and it's not going to do anything. So anyway, the countdown's going to end. And yeah, you're going to launch. And 0. You've launched. You see the rocket is now going up. Now for some reason my rocket is kind of lopsided to the right, but I'm sure that wouldn't be an issue. Famous last words. Anyway, so, yeah, there's not much for me to speak about other than the Earth looks pretty cool. It'll automatically default to third person mode. You can switch into the first person, but there's really nothing to see from this angle. So I just recommend staying with the third person. And you see there's the moon, right there. So we're actually traveling to the sun, and we're traveling the opposite direction to the moon. Not sure if that's a good idea or not, but I'm sure Galacticraft will have everything sorted out. The more you upgrade the tiers of your rocket, the quicker you're going to get. So currently we're using the worst rocket, the tier 1 rocket. So it's going to take us quite a long time, roughly about 2 minutes to get all the way up to, or into orbit. But it shouldn't be that bad either. Oh, I think we're heading into orbit now. Yeah, we are. So as you can see, here's the orbit. I've showed you this map in episode 1, but this time we can choose where to go. So the only place we can actually go right now is to the moon. We could go back to Earth, but we've just been there, waste a lot of fuel. So what you have to do is go to the moon. Let's have a look at the statistics. Orbit time 22,400 days. Gravity 0.062, so significant less than the overworld's 1. Day length 192 hours. Jeez, that's long. Media frequency 5.0. I'll show you what that means. Has dungeon true, so that means we can go to a dungeon there and basically get a schematic to get a new rocket. Wind level, so it has no wind. However, for some reason the wind generators still work up there. Don't ask me why, I don't know. Temperature 0 degrees, fantastic. Viewable false, corrosive atmosphere. So a corrosive atmosphere basically means that it will eat away at the electricity of your spacesuit. So some of the other planets have that. The moon doesn't have that. Materials, have a look. It has copper, tin, dirt, it doesn't really matter. Cheese, sapphire, and meteoric iron. I'll show you what they are once we get up there. Let's not dilly-dally, let's hit launch. It's going to bring us into the moon. Now, when you get to the moon, you're going to be taking one giant leap, and it's going to show this. Hold space to slow down. So, but I wouldn't recommend slowing down immediately, because it does take quite a long time to reach all the way to the surface of the moon. So I would just keep it around the level of 24, 25, and then just hold down space as soon as you see the ground approaching. As you can see, I already set up a bunch of new stuff here, but this is not what we're going to be focusing on at the moment. So you press shift to get out, and there it is. As you can see on the right, we have a thing saying high environmental pressure. Now, if we take our spacesuit off, we would die, but since we have the spacesuit on, we don't have to worry about the pressure. We can use our empty canister to recollect the fuel here. You see we only used about 405. We can take the rocket out of this area. We can grab all our things from this section. And that's pretty handy. And now we can destroy the lunar lander. You don't have to, but this is getting in the way of my tutorial, so I have to put it away. Now, we're not going to worry about this stuff yet. We first need to set up a reusable source of oxygen and base. Now, the best way to do that first is to set up an oxygen bubble. So I'll show you how to do that. Let's find somewhere a little bit, how about let's do it in this like little crater. So as you go on the top right, there are 2 bars of blue substance. That's the amount of oxygen I have. If it does come down to it, the blue will run out, then you will suffocate because you don't have any more oxygen. What you want to do is you want to put a dirt block down and then place any sapling. I'm using oak, but you can use whatever. And then put bone meal on it. That will grow you a tree. Now, I normally like to do 2 or 3 of these, but since this tutorial, this should be fine. Now, you want to get your oxygen collector, place it right under, next to any leaves. These leaves, as you know, leaves generate oxygen. So if you put them next to that, that will collect oxygen once you have power. So what you can do is you set your wind generators down. As you can see, they're still producing power, even though the statistics say there's no wind on the moon. Very weird, I know, right? Then what you want to do is get your aluminium wires, link them all up so they're all producing power, and you see you want to connect this to the input side of the what's it called? Of the oxygen collector. Now, there should be particles happening. Let's have a look at my particles, actually. Right now, let's change it to that. Particles, oh, yep. Oh, yeah, you see, it's collecting oxygen. You can see some particles, white particles. There we go. It's collecting oxygen, and it's also getting storage. So, you have some other machines that you want to set up now. First one, I want to sell definitely the oxygen bubble distributor. So it needs power from this side, so we're going to get some aluminium wires and hooked up to the main power source. It also needs oxygen from this side, so you see it's round, that means it wants oxygen. So we're going to get our fluid pipes, pump this into the bubble distributor, and it's going to start generating an oxygen bubble that we can breathe in. There you go, we can get inside the oxygen bubble. Now we can take off our tanks, no problem, and we're still alive. But if we step outside here, oxygen status invalid, that would not be good. But that doesn't mean we will save a lot more oxygen if we are in here. So that's very good. So what you can do now is you want to use whatever material you brought with you. I brought sandstone to make a base. You don't have to make it big at all. It's just an area where you can get some chests. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What's happening? Looks like the bubble is shrinking for some reason. Oh, and it's mined up a lot of blocks. What is happening? Oh, yeah, so that's the reason why I normally like to bring 2 or 3 oxygen collectors, because one oxygen collector is actually enough to sustain a constant supply of oxygen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into game mode. I normally like to bring 3 oxygen collectors, collecting oxygen from 3 trees. So there we go, and let's go into cheat mode and oxygen collector. Oh, well, it's not putting me into cheat mode. Oh, you need to click done. Okay. Alright, so you want to place some more oxygen collectors down. Oh, I placed that in a really bad spot. Alright, and you want to get your aluminium wires and connect these all together with power. So you got that and that. Alright, so they're all going to be collecting oxygen from their respective trees. And now what you can do is you can put the fluid pipes down here and put that down to the ground and put it over here. So now there's going to be a consistent amount of oxygen coming from all of these oxygen collectors to sustain the bubble. Although the bubble is only a temporary measure that you have to do. Once you get your oxygen sealer happening, you can stop using the bubble, because the bubble does cost a lot of oxygen, and yeah, it's not a long-term solution to to the oxygen problem. So you want to mine up all these blocks. And now, this is where we want to be using the sealable blocks that we did yesterday. So you see here we have a sealable aluminium wire, and we're just going to use that to replace this. That means it's still going to be getting electricity, but it's just sealed on the outsides. Same with the fluid pipe. We're just going to put that in. So as you can see now, it has a constant supply of storage. So now we can start building building up the space a little bit more. I kind of made it in a really weird shape, but once again, it doesn't have to be fancy. It's just a place where we can hide from the monsters. You know what? This is actually really unnecessarily big. You really don't need anything big at all for a moon base. You just need something pretty small. And you can't make it too big either, even if you want to, because, especially with extra planets, because I'll show you why in a second. Right, so let's go ahead and cover this. We need to be a little bit sparing on blocks. I only bought 1 stack of sandstone. Now let's collect all of these sandstones. Let's collect all of this, and oh my god, I'm making holes everywhere. This maze breaker pickaxe is actually way too good. It's designed to be mining the maze brick in the Twilight Forest. Mining things like sandstone is... Oh, look at that, I have the perfect amount of sandstone. Right, that's pretty good, cool. But now, what you could do is you could make a crafting table. As you can see, there's a new bar that's appeared on the right. That is radiation. Now, the moon only has 3% radiation, but as you move up the planets, there's going to be more and more radiation that's happening. What you could do is you could just make a door and place it somewhere in here. Alright, that's pretty good. So that's how you can get in and out your base. And now, the most important thing to do to stop you from getting the radiation is to put down this, an oxygen sealer. This oxygen sealer, it also runs on oxygen and electricity. But as you can see, we can't seal this area because this door, you see, has some gaps in it, so it's leaking out the seal. So we're going to talk about how to fix that in a second. Another thing you want to put on here is the oxygen compressor. I showed you what it does last episode. So this is only here so you can charge your tanks if there is a worry. So this tank of mine is starting to hurt a little bit. So if we put it in, it'll start charging up with oxygen. So anyway, these are some of the basic machines you want to set up with a moon base. Now you could make it have some windows, something, but I wouldn't go too crazy on it. So let's show you what you should do on the moon. Yeah, I built my collection over here. Not my collection, you know what I mean. Alright, so let's introduce you first to the new materials you should be accessing on the moon. First of all, you want to make yourself some heavy-duty equipment. So if you're not playing Extra Planets, you won't need to wear the spacesuits, because if you take this off, you're going to die from pressure pretty quickly. The pressure, the environment pressure can kill you in a matter of seconds, as you can see. So you need to be wearing this constantly. But if you're not, you can make some heavy-duty armor, like this, as well as heavy-duty weaponry, especially the pickaxe, absolutely necessary to keep progressing on. If you don't have other mods, like if you have mechanism, osmium's good as well. You could also use the maze breaker pickaxe, the one I'm holding right now. But you want to make the heavy-duty pickaxe from here. I'll show you why in a second. So these are some of the new ores from the moon. So there's the sapphire ore. And you need to mine this with a heavy duty. Now, if you mine this with diamond pickaxe, it will shatter and you will not get much. Geez, that one's way too quick. Alright, so you can mine it with a heavy duty. It's going to give you a sapphire, lunar sapphire. I'll show you what they do later. It's not that important right now. This is the key ingredient to keep going on, the meteoric iron. Now, if you stay in a place for very long, meteors will fall down and crash into the moon. If you mine them up, you'll get meteoric ions. But I think I see one over there, actually. Let's just go in game mode 1 so I can fly over there quickly. I think there's one over here. Oh, yeah, there's another meteor over here, as you can see. So let's go back. We don't want to get lost because there's pretty much no notifiable landscape. Let's go back to game mode 1. So you also want to use the heavy duty pickaxe to mine this up. Like this. Takes a long time, but it will mine up. You'll give you XP. Also a certain amount of raw meteoric iron. It can give you 1, it can give you 3. Looks like I got 2. And this one, my personal favorite, is the cheese ore. So if you break this with your pickaxe, you're going to get cheese curds. So I'm going to first show you what you can do with the cheese. First of all, if you place cheese curds on the outside and milk in the middle, you're going to get a block of cheese. And if then you put the block of cheese directly in the crafting table, you can get 6 cheese slices. Now, what you can do is you just put raw beef in here, you'll get 2 pieces of raw ground beef. If you cook the raw ground beef in a furnace, you're going to get a cooked beef patty. Like this. You can just cook it in any normal furnace and it will come up like this. And then finally, you want to make a burger bun. You can probably guess where this is going now. With milk, egg, and wheat, you can get 2 pieces. Finally, you combine all of these to make a cheeseburger. Now, these cheeseburgers are really, really good food. I'm actually going to turn to game mode 1 so you can see what the effects of the cheeseburger. And now, I'm going to show you what meteoric iron can do. The meteoric iron, you first take this raw meteoric iron, you smelt it in a furnace to get meteoric iron ingots. Now, meteoric iron ingots, you don't need too many actually. You don't need to collect a lot, and they're pretty easy to find. They're all on the surface, so they're actually not as hard as you think they might be. And if you put them like this, so you don't put them like 1 by 2, just put 1. So 1 piece of meteoric iron ingot will equal 1 piece of compressed meteoric iron, and you can make loads of wonders with this sort of stuff. First of all, you obviously want to head towards a better rocket. So all the tier 2 rocket calls for is first these things, 2 tier 1 boosters based in the yellow wool, 4 pieces of compressed meteoric iron, 2 heavy duty plates at tier 1, an oxygen vent, and a filled fuel canister, and you'll get a tier 1 booster. As well as doing this, that's going to, with the tier 1 heavy duty plates and the compressed meteoric iron, if you put them together in a compressor, you're going to get tier 2 heavy duty plates. So now I actually brought my NASA workbench, but it would not matter anyway. But as you can see, there's nowhere for us to make the tier 2 rocket. That's because we need the schematic, and I'll show you how to get them later. But there are also some other things you can make with this new upgrade. First, you can make an electric arc furnace. This is your old electric furnace, 5 pieces of heavy duty plates, 2 meteoric iron ingots, an advanced wafer, and you can get this. Now it will, for every 1 ore you place in it, actually where's my infinite batteries? Actually don't see where it is. Let's take some of this and let's get myself an infinity battery. Let's get one of these, there we go. And put this in here. You see it's really quick, and for every 1 is smelted, it gives you 2. So that's a much better upgrade from the electric furnace. Next, if you're going to Mars, you're going to need thermal protection. So see this line, that's for thermal protection. All you want to do is craft this material called the thermal cloth. It's 4 wool of any color and 1 piece of redstone. And you just want to make this, the normal way you make this, the thermal padding. Now this is just a tier 1. It's called, actually no, why am I doing that? This is needed for Mars and some subsequently other planets. Once you progress more, you're going to have to upgrade your thermal. But this is just, well, we can make do with this for now. I should also check on my oxygen tank that is back over there. It should be completed. There we go. Actually, one thing that I forgot to mention, yes, I forget a lot of things, I think you can already tell, is that you want to make an airlock for your thing, for your, what do we call it, for your oxygen sealer. So where you make an airlock, it is just 2 pieces of compressed meteoric iron, 1 basic wafer, 6 pieces of compressed steel. Now that's the airlock controller. You only need to make 1 of these, and then you will want to make at least 5 of these airlock frames. Now they come in 4s, which is really unfortunate. You're gonna have to make at least 2 batches of them. It's just compressed aluminium, compressed steel, and an oxygen concentrator. So let's go into cheat mode, and let's say we've got some of these. So these are very simple, convenient, and easy to use. So what you can do is you put the airlock controller on the top here. You can break your old doorway, just like that. You actually, this pickaxe is a lot better than the other one, which breaks like everything instantly. Alright, so what we want to do is put the airlock frame around the area to shape like a doorway. So now you see something's going to happen. So it will say, I recommend doing the play is within 1 meter, and doesn't have to do anything. Doesn't have to be anything else if you're on single player. So it's closed right now. If you walk inside it, it'll open and then it will close again. So as you can see now, it's going to say that this area is sealed, but radiation is still an issue. And by the way, now that it's sealed, you can remove your oxygen bubble distributor. It's no longer needed. It's way too energy costly, and it's just not needed in general. And this also has a good thing, which is that if you upgrade it with the ambient thermal controller that we showed you how to craft last episode, if you put this in here, it will protect you against all radiation and pressure. So if we take our suit off now, it's not going to do anything to us. However, if we break the seal, we will take damage. So as long as this is in here, you'll be free of radiation and free of radiation and pressure. That's what it is. Couldn't get my brain around for a second. So that is very, very good. Now, what else you're going to want to do on the moon is to find these schematics. Now, let's go difficulty easy. Right, now what you want to do is get some basic materials. So we're just going to dump some of these useless things. Oh, lag, okay. Just going to dump some of these things that we're not going to need for exploration. I might take the... Alright, so what you want to do is a good sword, a pickaxe, a shovel, glowstone torches, very important, golden apples, a fire... I'll show you why the fire resistance potion in a second. Let's do this, the dungeon tracker. Now you're not going to be able to get this in vanilla, but since we want to conserve time here, I'm going to use this dungeon tracker. You can see it's pointing this way, so we're going to go this way. Now the reason, actually I'm just going creative to make it a little bit quicker. Now the reason for the glowstone torches is because, as you know, there's no oxygen on the moon. And for things to burn, you need to have oxygen. So, oh, looks like there's a freshly crashed meteor over there. And for things to burn, you're going to need oxygen. And there's no oxygen on the moon, so fire can't burn. So you need to make these glowstone torches. It's just replacing the coal or the charcoal with glowstone dust. And everything else the same. So it's really not that hard to make at all. Let's actually see the direction that we're traveling in the negative x direction. So I think we can skip a bit. Oh god, alright. Negative 839, okay. TP negative 1000, AD negative 839. Skip a little bit to see whereabouts we're at with the dungeon tracker. We need to keep going, alright. TP negative 1500, AD negative 839. How about now? Are you kidding me? It's still okay. Well, that's gonna take a long time in normal. Oh, there's a village. All right, this is a good, excellent opportunity for me to show you sapphires. In fact, I put my sapphire. Oh, I did. Okay, that's annoying. Now let's just grab a bunch of lunar sapphires here. Oh god. Okay. Yeah, let's put this digital mine away for now. Get a bunch of lunar sapphires. So this is what you want to do. First requirement, you need to have a frequency module with you, otherwise it's not going to work. Next, say if you got 2 moon buggy schematics. So, but you don't want 2 moon buggy schematics, that's useless. If you want a tier 2 rocket one really badly, what you can do is you can go up to one of these villagers that live in this village. They're going to talk to you. You can use these sapphires to trade for things like oxygen masks, tanks, gear, fuel, storages, parachutes, batteries, cans of food, wafers even. Alright, so here it is. So if you've got too many moon buggy schematics, you can put one here, sapphires, and you'll get a tier 2. So that's, I would say, the only useful thing they have. The oxygen one and the fuel one's kind of useful, but only really careless people are going to... Oh, whoa, I think we've reached it. Have we? Or have we not? Okay, it looks like there's another village right here. I seem to actually always find these dungeons around villages. So maybe that's something to do with it. I don't know. It's just a pattern that I've noticed. Alright, nope. Looks like we need to keep traveling this way. Oh, okay. So let's keep going, let's keep going, let's keep going, going. Just keep flying, just keep flying, just keep flying, flying, flying. And lagging. Oh my god, this lag is actually insanity. Alright, let's turn the render distance down a little bit. Let's turn it down to 10 chunks. Hopefully we'll make the lag a little bit better and let's fly a little bit lower. And we're still not there. There's another village. How many villages does there need to be? And there seems to be... no. Oh, I think... Alright, yeah, this is it. Alright, so if you see a deep pit like this, That means you have found the dungeon, especially if that bricks on the bottom. That's a dead giveaway. Now don't fall all the way to the bottom because you can still take fall damage even though you're on the moon. So there's going to be a lot of mobs inside here that you're going to need to kill, and which they're going to generate lag. Alright, that's the spider killed. So you can see there's torches on the walls, they're not giving off any light. You're going to have to place glowstone torches here to give light. The mobs are equally as clumsy as you in space, so each of these small rooms are going to have some spawners. You can destroy these spawners so you can keep moving on. Oh, looks like there's nothing. Oh yeah, also if you find that the bottom is blocked off, but there's definitely that spherical shape like the entrance of the dungeon, what you could do is you can dig down to the Y level, and so there's probably, and just mine around it, and there's got to be some bricks around here. I found that glitch on Texit 3 servers. So yeah, mine down to Y26 and just mine everywhere around it, and there's going to be surely be something around there. Oh, there's a creeper. Oh, okay. Let's mine the spawner. And let's also mine this spawner. Make sure you don't get stuck in these cobwebs, it takes forever to get out of them. Oh, there's some skeletons here, okay. Oh, and they're all going after me. Now, these skeletons are especially annoying in on the moon. So there's two skeletons having a duel. And it looks like a lot of them are getting stuck in cobwebs. Okay, let's break the skeleton spawner. Oh gosh, okay. Skeleton's being really annoying. Skeleton 2. Oh, kill them. Yes, alright. Now break this. Alright, yes. Alright. Let's break this spawner as well. Right, brilliant. That's all the spawners broken in this room. Oh, looks like we've reached a dead end somehow. This isn't meant to happen, but sometimes what would happen is the game would glitch and it would just have some dead ends. In that case, what you just want to do is to mine around it, and there's probably going to be you see that wall there I broke? That's probably the next part where the next part of the dungeon is. Since there's so many zombies here, there's bound to be a zombie spawner behind that wall, I'm telling you right now. There's no way there isn't. Alright, just ignore them. Oh, there's a baby zombie, okay. Alright, let's kill these guys. Especially want to kill that baby zombie. Kill. Why can't I hit them? Why is this guy not dying? He's tanked like so many hits. Alright, finally dead. Should have broken this cobweb. Alright, baby zombie, it's your time to die. Yes. Alright, let's keep going. Right, what you could also just do is ignore the spawners, but I like to take care of them. Oh, okay. Alright, so if you got industrial craft installed, you're gonna also have these creepy armored ones, armed with a lot of wacky weapons. So yeah, you might want to make sure you watch out for them because they're stronger than the average standard space zombie. Or should I say involved zombie, that's their official name. So yeah, every time you run across a dead end, just keep mining in different directions and you'll come across a new path. Right, now let's see if we can mine these before anyone spawns. Great. Right, good job. Keep going. Another dead end. It's not that way. Alright, it's this way. Alright, here's the boss room. Before we go into the final boss room, let's eat a cheeseburger, eat a golden apple, and also have a potion of fire resistance potion. Alright, you'll see why in a second. Alright, so this first boss, it's going to be... Oh, it's not spawning for some reason. Hello? if for some reason the boss isn't spawning, I think I'm gonna have to manually spawn it myself, right? So it is the evolved skeleton boss. So I'm gonna have to spawn it myself. So what it does, it will grab you and it will toss you around the room, but it can also toss you into the lava. So which is why you want to have a fire resistant potion handy. Oh, but when it grabs you, you can't actually hit it. Oh, it's grabbed me again. I found that staying down low actually helps with him not grabbing you. Gosh, it's a nuisance though. If I had a bow, it would be a lot more, a lot easier to prevent him from grabbing you. Right, there's a nice hit. Every hit counts in this battle. And it's just going to be repeated until one of you kills each other. He's just spamming with bow, which is, oh, okay, he's knocking me in the fire. As you can see, because I have got the fire resistance potion, it's not hurt me at all. Alright, he's just got a sliver of health left. Let's just spam. Oh no, he's got literally no health. Alright, let's just spam. As long as we can hit him with a spam hit. Yes, alright. So once you defeated him, he's gonna blow up and explode. Like absolutely insanity. Right. And he is going to drop the tier 1 dungeon key. And you're going to get the gold as the key, so it's probably going to be, yep, another one behind here. And you can put this into the chest, and you'll get a schematic. So we got really lucky, we got the tier 2 schematic immediately. So you get some other things like enchanted books, cheese curds, golden apples, heavy juice shovels, all that jazz. But let's do this. Game rule, keep inventory true. And let's just kill myself. And we'll arrive at back here. So now that we got the tier 2 rocket schematic, we can put this into add new schematic and we can unlock it. As you can see, there's a tier 2 rocket. Now what you need to do with the tier 2 rocket, a nose cone, rocket fins, engines, chests, just like the old ones. Now you want tier 2, 10 tier 2 heavy duty plates and 2 tier 1 boosters. That's how you make it. Like that, and that, and that. There's your tier 2 rocket. So where were my launch pads? And I put them in here. So you can set it up again somewhere around here. And you can put your new rocket on here. So it's a lot taller, a lot bigger, and has these boosters. It's going to be a lot better than your old one. And then you can start filling up with fuel with your fuel loader. But if you do get the buggy, I'll show you how to make the stuff in the buggy. First, you want to make 4 of these buggy wheels, which is just leather and compressed steel. We'll make 4 of these. A buggy seat, which is 5 compressed steel and 1 compressed iron. And if you want, you can make 1 to 3 buggy storage boxes, just like this. 6 compressed steel, 2 compressed iron, and a chest. So this is what you need to do to make the buggy. It's pretty easy. So let's grab the buggy schematic from here. And we can put this in the NASA workbench and we'll get the buggy. So just do this. Alright, buggy wheels go on the corners. You can also shift click to get them in easier. For example, we can shift click to get these tier 1 heavy duty plates in. We place the buggy seat. Where's the buggy seat? I think I didn't craft it actually. No, I didn't. Right, so it's still here. We can just shift click to place these in. That buggy seat goes to the middle, and we can put the buggy storage boxes in, so it's a lot of storage, and here we have the buggy. So we need to also make a, actually I forgot to put that, but we need to make a specialized buggy pad for the buggy. So buggy fueling pad, yep, so it's just like this, 3 compressed steel and 3 blocks of iron. A little bit more expensive than the rocket launch pad, but really it's basically no difference. So you craft 9 of these at once, and that's all you need. So what you want to do is, do I have fuel on me? No, I don't. It runs on the same fuel as the rockets, which in my opinion is quite luxurious. As you know, aircraft fuel normally needs to be a lot more purer than vehicle fuel. All you can do is put the buggy fueling pad like this, put the buggy down on top, put a fuel. Oh, I forgot to bring my fuel loader. That is really annoying. Let's grab these fuel loaders. Let's also bring the rocket here and collect the launch pads. Well, there's one that flew over here. Anyway, we can go back here. And that's how you can charge the buggy. You can put some fuel in here. If you stay on the buggy and press F, you can see that it's filling up with fuel. And the area inside is going to, this storage you can put in the buggy. You can store some stuff. That's where you got to put it. And once it's done, as you can see, 3 things back here. That's the storage boxes. If you don't have them, you wouldn't have these visually. So once you think is charged enough, what you can do is press forward and it will go forward. So this is the moon buggy. You press A to turn left, D to turn right. I guess you can see here, and S is going backwards. And what's it called? Yeah, that's pretty cool. The moon buggy, although it is not as cool as the Venus rover, it's still pretty cool. That's the moon buggy right there. Now, what you can do to get rid of is just break it. It will still have all its fuel in it for second time use. So yeah, it's pretty cool. That's pretty much all the things you can do on the moon. So thank you everybody here for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. So it does help the channel a lot. And I'll see you all next episode for when we get on to Mars, Phobos, and Deimos. See you all next time. Goodbye, everyone.